Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, the first race of the LSRL Lightspeed Racing League Xfinity race cars here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'm Harold Arner with One to Go Studios. We're proud to bring them the next Spring Set 2021 for the drivers out here on the track today. A lot of new things working out here for you. We're excited. We're going to show you a few things, but stick with us. Right now, the drivers are practicing about 13 and 50 left, as you can see it there on the board. LSRL Xfinity Butt Kicker 170, Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. Current weather for the Butt Kicker 170 is partly cloudy, air temp 78. That track temperature is 109. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the afternoon, since it is hot in Atlanta on the racetrack in the simulation. Hotter the track, the more slip and slide the track gets. A lot of issues today with tires. Tire management will be the key here. And fuel strategy. The Xfinity races here with Lightspeed Racing League are going to be 70% fuel. And today, and today only, I'm being told, they have unlimited sets of tires. They will limit them throughout the rest of the spring set. Fixed setups, and they will be going to qualification here in 12 and a half minutes. So we're looking at 113 laps around the raceway here. We'll have competition cautions at 25 and 60 tonight. Let's see if we can get in here with Anthony, see if he's on the track. He's actually in pit lane. So this Anthony Giugliano, currently at the 12th fastest car on the track. And Anthony sitting in his chair right there at home. There's Anthony in his VR headset. So we will be showing Anthony throughout the race today. You're watching us today, Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube. Give us a shout out, share us around. Wish Anthony and his guys. Anthony Giugliano is the race admin for the Lightspeed Racing League. We're glad that they brought us on board here. And Sweat Less is our little icon here to the right, and they're going to be our onboard sponsor as well as our poll award. So good luck to Anthony and the guys. Got about 10 more minutes of practice. We'll get underway. But until then, let's kick it over to Butt Kicker.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, right, make sure you use that code LSRL when you're over at the buttkicker.com website. Save yourself 20% on your new rig system. As I said, over here at Atlanta, very hot racetrack. We're having our camera drone show you around the raceway here. A couple of drivers electing to get out there for some more laps there. Is that 775? That's Adam O'Brien. We got Hermie Sadler in pit lane. Peyton Johnson on the racetrack in that 51 Kodak car. Check out our idea. Right, cars there on pit lane. Big Jim Cookie O'Brien there up in the front. This is the first race of the new season, so there's some of the cars not showing the right paints. This Superflow 21 is actually the 13 car of Adam Berganti. There's Adam, his picture there, number 13 car. Shout out to our drivers that did send in headshots. We'll have some of that throughout. 13 car on pit lane. Jones there with him. Here's Anthony Ludy, another one that has given us our headshot. Leonard Frost there in that number 11 money line. All right, Cameron. We'll check in with Cameron. We'll get worked out. Maybe get Cameron into here on another shot sometime in the near future. Cameron Hearn, I've been told, is one heck of a racer here and has had bounties placed on him once or twice. I'm glad to see that Cameron he's streaming to Twitch, I believe. Pat O'Brien in that 59 machine. His brother Adam O'Brien in the 775 Big Jim Cookie 775 machine. Taylor Clinker, no 156, is showing in the 10 cheddars, but we'll get that fixed. Young PSC in the United States Army, at least by the picture that he sent me. 51 car again. Showing 6 minutes, 45 seconds left. Practice. Joe Marotta. That Wilder graphics paint scheme here. Trying to get you a good look to that car. There we go. Wilder graphics machine as he hides there behind. Speaking of Wilder graphics, get you over to Wilder Graphics. And if you're looking for a wild graphics on your car, get with Wilder Graphics on Facebook. Paint schemes generated by Anthony and their guys over there, so you can check them out. We have now 5 minutes remaining in practice. And Cameron, thanks for that information. Try to see what we can do here. All right, so 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. And I said we taught that Wilder Graphics. They're providing the best iRacing paints and liveries around. Check them out today on Facebook. And take a ride on the wild side. We showed you one of their paints. That was that number 5 machine. See if we can get back to him. There's there on the racetrack. There's Joe. There we go. Wilder Graphics number 5 car of Joe Marotta. Here you go, Joe. Here's Joe. 31.660 was his fastest lap. Talking to Joe while he was practicing yesterday. Talking about how tires will be an issue here. About 5 or 6 laps and then they're gone. So see how these guys work that into their strategy. It'll be very interesting to see. Two and a half minutes left in practice. Christopher Kirk in the DuPont 24. Like 23 drivers have currently put in a time into the scoring tower. And now Cameron Hearn is our fastest car, 31.230. 23 drivers have officially put in times. The LSRL Xfinity Butt Kicker 170 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. Current time in the sim is 4:41. Dynamic sky, so nice and warm out here. Check our weather again. Weather currently 78 degrees with a 106 on the track. Keep an eye on that throughout the evening. 44 seconds left, then they are going to go and grid up. Be qualifying into the grid tonight. Again, I'm Harold Garner, One to Go Studios, new partner with the Lightspeed Racing League. We'll be broadcasting on Facebook Live, Twitch, and over there on YouTube. We're going to make sure that we cross post over to friends here. All right, so we're getting ready to qualify here. Right, so 5 minutes of qualifying has begun. Try to grab some of these cars as we can. There's Joe putting in his time. And our guys here. All the way up against that wall at Anthony. Currently the third fastest time. Our in-cam put to you by Sweatless. Providing various athletic apparel to keep you from sweating less. So check out sweatless.com. We'll talk to Anthony maybe a little bit later and have him explain a little bit more about his sponsor for the Sweatless group. Ooh, all the way into the wall. So a little bit too high, too hot there, but he still was able to get third so far on the leaderboard. Sometimes when you get shown on the TV screen, it doesn't work out for you really well, but we'll go over to somebody else right now. There's IRA. Anthony away for right now. There's that Pepsi ride, the 29. IRA was there in 6th position with 2 minutes, 4 seconds left in qualification. There's your top 15 currently. Cameron Hearn on the pole. Hermie Sadler second. Third is Aaron Hearn, which is Cameron's brother there in the 55. Anthony Giuliano in 4th in the 17 Monster. And Pat O'Brien at 59 Machine in 5th. We'll see what changes. 1.5 minutes remaining. Butt Kicker 2. Feel what you've been missing. And the Sim Speed Shop. Sim Speed Shops specialize in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufacture sim racing hardware utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. Visit www.simspeedshop.com today and get your rig set up to the same speed as you are on the racetrack. 50 seconds left in qualifying here at the Butt Kicker 170 here in Atlanta. Hope you stay tuned with us. And let her eat iron. That's right. Red Builder from Facebook Live. Appreciate you watching. Looks like 11 Tenko has said something from Twitch. icon up there for us. Cameron was looking at us on YouTube a little bit earlier. Going several. Magic Man on Twitch, of course. Mr. I don't see him on the track, though, Mr. Dunwoody. There he is. Number 46. He's in 6th. See, how could I miss him? So there's the Magic Man, Black Magic. We are done with qualifying. We are gridding now. So let's go with your grid. Your starting grid provided by Wilder Graphics. On the pole tonight, Cameron Hearn. Outside of him is Hermie Sadler in the number 9 machine. Aaron Hearn on inside of row 2 in the 91. Outside him is Anthony Giugliano in the number 17 in 4th. Rolling off 5th, Pat O'Brien in 59 machine. And outside of him is his teammate Andy, or David Dunwoody here, but everyone knows him, Andy. So the 46 outside of row 3. Inside row 4 in 7th is IRA KOHLHAAS in the 29 machine. Adam O'Brien in the 775. Those 3 Black Magic machines all up there in the top 8. So they'll be happy with that. Inside of row 5 in 9th is JOSEPH MAROTTA in the 5. Landon Quisenberry in the 75 outside of him in 10th. 11th is Peyton Johnson in the 51. Outside of him in 12th is Michael Steffen in the 669. Kevin Gunther, 13th, 23 machine. Christine Brezinkowski, I'm not sure if I got that right, man. You're going to have to help me with that one. 14th, 86 car. Inside of row 8 in the 15th spot, number 2, Matthew Telder. Taylor Clinker in the 156 in the 16th spot. 17th is Rye Jones in the 7. Kevin Anderson in the 81 outside of row 9. Inside of row 10, the 19th is Leonard Frost in the 11. Christopher Kirk in the 24 machine is 20th and rolling out outside of 10. Inside of row 11, Andy Bergani in the 13 machine. Outside him, Kyle Lewis in the 18 car. Matthew Arrowhead in the 26 inside of row 12. Outside of him is Andy Ludy in the 25 machine. Row 13 rolling out the field is Patrick McVicker in the 6 car. That is your starting grid for the Butt Kicker 170 provided by Wilder Graphics. If you're looking for a paint, head over to Wilder Graphics on Facebook.com and put yourself in the best looking ride on the racetrack. So here we go. We're getting them all lined up. Cameron is going to lead us to the grid, to the field here. We are pacing it up. Pace car has the field. There's that 15 machine. The 55 Dr. Pepper behind him. Hermie Sadler in the number 9 Sadler machine on that outside. And that 17 Monster right behind him. We've got a whole lot of going, guys. 113 laps. Competition caution starts at 20. Getting ready to go here. And we're green flag racing. Cameron Hearn starting us off. Followed by Aaron, his brother. There's that 15 car right off to the races. Right off the bat. Adam Rep and Aaron Hearn right behind him. Patrick O'Brien in that 59 car right behind them in the Exodus 59. Big Jim Cookies on the back of that car. So there's the front 4 for you. There's that 1, 2, 3 right there in the beginning of this race on the back stretch. And that 29 Ira's right behind them. Hearn brothers are leading the way. Patrick O'Brien right behind them. 15 in that 55 machine. 55 looking on the inside of the 15. Aaron challenging Cameron as the fastest lap goes to Aaron Hearn. And that I'm showing him being scored as the 91, but in the 55 Dr. Pepper. We'll have to probably get that fixed. So we have the 15 of Cameron Hearn, your race leader, followed by the 50 to 91 machine of Aaron Hearn and Pat O'Brien in the 59. Those are your top three. Here's our top five as they currently run. Cameron Hearn in first, Aaron Hearn in second, Patrick O'Brien in third, IRA KOHLHAAS in fourth, and Hermie Sadler in fifth. As we're rolling out into lap 5 of 113. Going to spread out in the field here. Going to jump back here to Hermie Sadler in the second group. There's Anthony Giugliano in that Wilder Graphics Monster 17 right behind him. And behind him is JOSEPH MAROTTA in the number 5 Wilder Graphics design machine. Lori Tucker says, good luck to Ira. Glad to see you here on Facebook Live with us, Lori. Everybody has spread out. 20 lap will be our first competition caution. Been moving back down the field here and showing some of our other drivers at the 775 at Adam O'Brien. There's Peyton Johnson in that 51 machine. He's in 9th. And in 10th is the 23 car, Kevin Gunther. Pulling back up here and kind of showing a little bit more of our raceway here. Back up to Hermie's car. That's our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th on the racetrack currently. Our top 3, and it's starting to be some shadows running around there. Top 4, sorry. That race between Patrick O'Brien and Aaron Hearn for second is our battle currently. There's the 59 and the 55 currently. 0.166 between the two of them, but a whole 1 second from the front of Aaron to the back of Cameron. So he is definitely out there. Yeah, Chad, that's exactly right. I'm showing his paint scheme as being the 55, and we'll get that settled out. But good call there. That he is using a different paint scheme, and we'll get that fixed. Hopefully by our next broadcast. But glad to see Chad Applegate on Facebook Live. As the 59 overtakes the 55, or the number 91 of Aaron O'Brien, or Aaron Hearn, as Patrick O'Brien goes high, and he's now giving it right back. They do a double crossover back to the stripe at the end of 10. So at 20, we will have our first competition caution. And Cameron Hearn is off almost 2 seconds in the front there. To a 2-second lead. And let's look at our top 5 as they're currently running. Cameron Hearn, Aaron Hearn, Pat O'Brien, Hermie Sadler, and Ira KOHLHAAS is your top 5. But Cameron way up there, almost through the turns before anybody else enters. Just sailing away on lap number 12. Anthony Giugliano there. There's the Joe. And 3 of them in that little group here. A couple 3-packs. A little bit of dancing going on over here. They're almost going 3 wide at the stripe at the end of 13. Or actually the end of 12. And a caution has come out on the raceway. Caution on the racetrack. Trying to see if I can find what happened there. That 46 machine, David Dunwoody. Caution has flown. Going back here on our replay here. David in the 7, which is Ride Jones. David low there. Oh, and there was the contact right there. Back that up a little bit. The 81 machine. Kevin Anderson. You see there's the 81 making contact with the 46. And Andy goes around for caution number 1. And Chad, we are looking forward to NSRL starting on April the 15th. That is our other leagues. They are Monday and Friday nights. So we're going to go back to live action here, as pit road is awful busy. Frost is showing in the race lead currently. That number 11 machine that's caught up to our pace car. Leonard did not take a roll down pit lane according to my scoring sheet, or he did not stop. Went down pit lane maybe, but did not stop. So Leonard goes back down again. Cameron takes over the lead. It looks like everybody who did go down elected to get tires. It's like Kevin Anderson was given an EOL for the contact between him and David Dunwoody. 11 goes past his box, and it looks like, and rolls back into his pit box. So looks like the front 2 stayed the same, but we have some new people up in the top 5. So coming into the green here, we have in our top 5 here. That's Cameron Hearn, Hermie Sadler, Joseph Marotta, Peyton Johnson, and Landon Quisenberry. Sorry about that, Peyton. I did not see that you had a sim stamp number all white. Sorry about that. Gonna continue to work on the paints here. So you have a driver in here that you like and whatever, they can send me their door number paint so we can get that corrected, or then go into the paint shop on iRacing and make sure that their car color and their paint colors, their car number colors, are different. So we're back on the green again with Cameron Hearn right off the bat to the front. 17 he's working, and he's already to a 7/10, almost 8/10 lead. So there's Cameron, your leader by a whole second, followed by Joe Marotta. Hermie Sadler right behind him, and Landon Quisenberry are neck and neck as they're going into the turn here. See that 15 and the number 9, or the 75 and the number 9. and the 51 all in a small little group here with Ira and Kevin Gunther and Rye Jones all together there. A nice tight little pack here as we're working lap 18 of 113. 20 laps will go for her competition caution, and we'll restack everything back up at that point. We're happy that you guys are watching on YouTube and Facebook Live as well as Twitch. Share us out. Tell your friends. Come on over. Plenty of room in the pool. And we do have the stream chat up, so whichever system you're on, throw us a chat. Tell us who you're rooting for. What paint's your favorite? Let's talk. We're working lap 20, so at the end of this lap, we should get a competition caution. With Cameron definitely out in front. 1.5 second lead. Actually, I was incorrect. 25, not 20. So we have 5 more laps. Okay, I guess I've been corrected. 20 and 45 today. We should be getting one right there. All right. So we're learning communication between us and race control. I appreciate John Woolham. Hey, Johnny, good job there in the booth working that trailer. Definitely a big help to have race control definitely telling me what they're doing. So the caution has come out for the competition yellow. So at the competition break, your top 5: Cameron Hearn, Joe Marotta, Hermie Sadler, Peyton Johnson, and Landon Quisenberry. A lot of fun racing out there on the racetrack. I'm going to jump in for Anthony Giugliano to go on board. Currently in the 13th spot, that number 17 Monster. You see them going down in the pit lane. You're watching the Light Speed Racing League Xfinity cars at Atlanta for the Butt Kicker 170. You're watching One to Go Studios with Harold Darner. We'll be calling the race. We've just completed 20 laps for our first competition caution. Working on lap number 23 now. As we see Anthony Giugliano racing down pit lane to get him some servicing. You can see him there on the screen in his Samsung Odyssey HMD machine. If you have not had the opportunity to check out iRacing in the VR headset, it is amazing. If you've never raced before, or if you have, definitely gives you that in-car feeling. So we're glad to see that Anthony Giugliano getting out of pit lane. We'll move on to some other guys. Looking forward to more racing with Anthony and the guys. Good luck there, Anthony, as you take the green again. Flint camera here. Currently, looks like we have a few guys not choose to go down right away, but there they come down now. There's Cameron, as well as David Dunwoody. Looks like that would be one of the O'Brien brothers. That's but right behind them is Adam O'Brien as well. Adam O'Brien and the Big Jim Cookie there. So that puts Kyle Lewis back to the front here in that rowdy energy drink 18 machine. There's Kyle Lewis in the 18. And Hermie outside of him, and then in that number 9 Sadler. should be going back to green this time by. And the pace car is off. And we are green flag racing. Hermie Sadler taking the high side. He is off. He takes over the top spot. Followed by Kevin Gunther. They're stacked up, sliding around at 51 to 18. 75 Pringles machine. And Joe, that 5. Lots of dancing on that first lap after the green flag waved. See that front there? Hermie Sadler is your race leader. All about a 23 of Kevin Gunther and Rye Jones. Joe Marotta in the number 5 in 4th spot. In 5th is Johnson in the 51. The 7 machine of Rye Jones. You see him get right up to the rear bumper of Gunther in a 23 machine. These guys look like they're trying to get everything they can get with those fresh set of Goodyear Eagles. Sadler, Gunther, Jones, Marotta, and Quisenberry, your top 5. The race between the 7 and the 23. The 7 on the low side, a 23 high. Coming across the strike, completing 28. Rye Jones underneath Gunther. Heading to the backstretch. 7 under the 23. Likes to go right tucked behind Gunther. 1, 2, and 3 all together. Starting to spread the field out just a little bit, because the first 8 cars are all within the same, about 2/10 away from one another. You see the interval screen on your left side. The LSRL Xfinity at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've had 1 caution and 1 competition caution, and we are working lap 30 of 113. Our next competition caution will be at lap 45, 15 more laps. Hermie Sadler, still the leader, 2/10 over Gunther. And then behind him, 2/10 is Jones. See all coming around here. 1, 2, 3. And they're just all one behind the other, following the leader at this point. Our top 10 here as we're looking down the backstretch. In turns 3 and 4, Hermie Sadler, your leader, Gunther, Jones, Marotta, Quisenberry, Johnson, Clinker, Giuliano, Stefan, and Aaron Hearn We need to work here. 33 of 113. There's Hermie Sadler and Gunther pacing the field. Drivers seem to be electing to stay in that high, the middle to high groove. Only a few drivers looking low. There's that 8, or the number 9, the 23, and the 7. I'm going to go run through your lineup now as we're starting to slow things down a little. Hermie Sadler is your race leader, followed by Kevin Gunther. Bride Jones third. At number 7 machine. Joseph Marotta in that number 5 Wilder graphics machine. Then Quisenberry in the Pringles 75. Taylor B. Clinker, he's showing in the 10, but he's supposed to be in the 156. Not sure if we're going to stay in the Cheddars. But that's our young private first class. It's in that Camaro. Peyton Johnson in the 51 Kodak. Pretty good there. Michael Steffen in their 669 machine. In the 8th. And the Giuliano in the 17 Monster machine. Sitting there just letting the pace field out. Aaron in the 91 right there on the bumper. You could read that Wilder graphics paint scheme as he's looking high there. Anthony Ludi in 11 in that 25 GMAC Finance machine. And Cameron Hearn in the 15 car is in 12th. Looks like he's going to start to move up the field here. He's sliding around, and Aaron gets him to the wall right there in front of him. That 15 Ford as he's trying to catch up on that Camaro. Patrick O'Brien at 59 Big Jims. Toyota Supra. Patrick McVicker in the 6 Cessna. Christopher Kirk in the 24 DuPont machine there. It's Leonard Frost, that number 11 Money Lion. Mint green and white. Andy Brigani in the 21 Superflow Motor Oil. He's in 17th. 18th is Kevin Anderson. His Ford there. A little contact between Superflow and the Money Lion there. Matthew Tilder in that number 2 machine at 19th. Kevin Lewis, the Rowdy machine, 18 is in 20th. Matthew Arrowhead in the 26 machine, 21st. There's that 86 machine and Christina. I'm going to have to figure that one. Ira, the 29 machine, no front clip on it, so I wonder where that happened at. And Adam O'Brien, the 775 machine, 2 laps down. And David Dunwoody in that 46 machine there. So he has some damage there. Whoa! Somebody right behind Dunwoody has just got really loose. What is that? 86 machine there? Some issues. Going down to pit lane is the 86. No caution out. 40 laps. But 113 being worked here as we're back with race leader Hermie Sadler. 45 will be our second competition caution. If you're watching us on any of the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, give us a shout out so we know that you're there. Who are you rooting for? Who's your favorite driver? Top 5, Hermie Sadler, Bride Jones, Kevin Gunther, Landon Quisenberry, and Taylor B. Clinker. Hermie out to a 1.1 second lead. Looks like fresh and clean air is what it takes to get this car moving. Because so far the leaders have just been checked out without any problems, and then the guys behind them have been stacking up. $42 down, so 3 laps remaining until our competition caution. There's Rye Jones and Kevin Gunther. That's that tooth battle for your second position here. So there's our position battle right there. Half a second separate the two here. It's heating up behind them there by Clinker. Clinker and the 75. This looks like Clinker is under the 75. Give him the position as he's setting his sight on the 23 machine. Working lap 44 here. This is our last lap before the competition caution. Our big movers so far: Jones up 15 positions, Ludy up 14 positions, Clinker up 12 positions as they sit second, 10th, and 4th. Those are your big movers. Our competition caution has come out. So here's your top 5 as we're under caution: Hermie Sadler, Ryan Jones, Kevin Gunther, Taylor Clinker, and Landon Quisenberry. We will jump over and see what's happening with the butt kicker.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, Butt Kicker produced the Butt Kicker 170 here. Butt Kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful, inaudible bass through your couch or chair so you can feel the crashes, racing engines, and special effects in your movies and games. Use promo code LSRL for 20% off the Butt Kicker site. They're coming down pit lane for servicing. Weather. Skies are still partly cloudy. 77 is the temperature in the air, 97 on the track. Relative humidity 56, and the winds are out of the north at 2. As we see everybody coming down pit lane for servicing. The track is actually cooled off a little bit. I've seen it as high as 120 at one time. So Hermie Sadler, first in, first out. Here's your race leader, Hermie Sadler, and the number 9 Sadler. Camaro looking good. IRA got hooked early, huh? We're gonna. Yeah, Red, does happen. There are days that sometimes you just don't get the luck that you want. Cars around us have issues, so IRA, hopefully he can put in a points run with what he has left. Seems like he's still out there producing. And yes, go Hermie Sadler. cool to race around Hermie. I do have a couple leagues I've seen him in. Kind of cool to have him on board here. We have a couple cars that are down a few laps there. It's Adam O'Brien and David O'Brien, or David Dunwoody, showing 1 lap down. So once they get around the pace car, it will be 1 lap. And the number 86 machine has been retired. He's back on the track. He's actually sitting in the pit stall right now. The IRA getting some servicing done there. Definitely no front clip there, so he's had a rough spot of it. He's getting 4 new tires. That's right. Glad to see that people on Facebook Live said, tell us who you're voting for. Looked like Fred was wanting IRA to get, and he's going to follow it up with a Hermie Sadler vote. So who else is out there that you're looking for? Give a shout out to your favorite driver here. All right, 1 to go, so the lap cars get their lap back. They're waved around the pace car. See all our cars being paraded behind the pace car on the back stretch here. Pace car is going to be getting out of the way. Hermie Sadler going to be bringing us to the green flag here. Coming out of turn number 4. And we're off. Our finish line, Hermie Sadler, followed by Rye Jones. And Landon Quisenberry there at that 75 machine is in 3rd. Look at that 7 pulling right on up to the number 9. Seven on the inside, the 9 getting on the outside. Into turn we go. Turn number 3. Challenging low. 75 right there with him. The side by side, 3 cars dance. 1, 2, and 3. The Pringles machines pulled up right onto the bumper of Adams of the Hermie Sadler 9. But looks like our new race leader's Rye Jones on the inside line, making that work. Fastest lap, the 15 car, Cameron Hearn. We've not seen much in his last few laps, but is moving his way up as we see him in the view right there, currently being spotted in 7th. There's your battle for 2nd. Sadler in the 9 in 2nd. Quisenberry in the 75. And the 7th of Jones just in front of them by 3/10. As look at Cameron Hearn making that inside line work to his advantage as he's up to 5th. Hearn dicing down low. And that 15 machine sets his eyes on the fourth-place car of Clinker. He's inside of Joe Marotta. But Joe's not going to give up easy. Joe takes it back. Put Cameron back into the 6th spot for the time being. 10th back. One of the tightest races currently on the racetrack. We'll stay here for a little. Hearn underneath. Joe on the outside. Time to give the 15 the spot. I'm now looking to slide back underneath him as they go back to the backstretch. Thinks about it, goes back up into single file formation. 15 starts to gap him out. Field staying a lot tighter than it was in the last couple. The race leader has not jumped out to a huge lead like we've seen up to the point. Okay. Oh, good job for William Byron for winning the NASCAR Pro Invitational. I believe they were at Bristol Dirt. Willie B happens to be from the same college with the Liberty University. Got to meet the young man. Happy to see the Liberty University. And the caution has waived yet again. Let's see what's happened with our caution here. Do the 23 machine. All right, watching here is the 23 machine. See what we got going on. So, oh, Giuliano in the 23. Oh. Woo, that was not good. That there one more time. Looks like the 23 came up a little and the 17 and the 23 made contact. That brings out our caution. So caution has come out again now on the lap number 59. Let's go to race summary. Your leader currently was Ray Jones. Looks like that's changed up. Ray Jones still, as the computer is starting to figure out who's where. 4 cautions for 12 laps. Two of those were competition cautions. 25 racers currently at the track. Fastest lap 31.313 by Cameron Hearn. The race summary. The Buck Kicker 170 as per working lap 59 of 113. EOL penalty was given to will be given to the 23 at 2 to go. It was deemed that the 23 came up into the 17 machine. That's what I thought we saw when we were showing the information out there. Hermie Sadler running in 3rd. Those are top 5 as we're working lap 60 of 113. Ry Jones, your leader. Landon Quisenberry in that 75 machine is in 2nd. 3rd is Hermie Sadler. Taylor B. Clinker in that 156 machine, that Cheddar 10. And Cameron Hearn back in 15th. It's a Sim Speed Shop and Butt Kicker 2 providing the top 5 for the Butt Kicker 170. That Butt Kicker, the Butt Kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful inaudible bass through your couch or chair. You can feel the crashes, racing engines, and special effects in your movies and games. Be sure to use that promo code LSRL to save 20% at the Butt Kicker site. At Sim Speed Shops, they specialize in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufacturing sim racing hardware utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. And we saw Anthony Giuliano's rig. You know, he had the button box and looked like he had a gear selector. And those Sim Speed guys, you go over there and check them out and see what you can do to improve your at-home cockpit, get you into the immersion, and get one of those butt kicker 2 machines. Actually feel the car underneath you while you're driving. Check out both those Sim Speed Shop and Butt Kicker. Got that Butt Kicker number 2. Check out our big movers. Jones in first, 16 positions up. McVicar 15 positions up in 10th in that number 6 machine. Blinker up 12 and currently scored in the 4th position. Those are your big movers currently. Rye Jones, they're leading us back. Set us up with a restart. Coming off of turn number 4, we should see the pace car dive down, and he does. And we see all the cars going. You can feel it. If you had one of those butt kickers, it would be kicking you right at this point as you hear those cars come screaming on by. We're now 62 of 113. There's your race leader, Rye Jones. Look who's there. Cameron Hearn, 3rd spot behind that 75 machine. Rye Jones, you're currently your leader. First place, 75 Pringles as the 15 coming right behind him. We got 75 of Landon Quisenberry there. 15 to Cameron Hearn on his outside. 75 slides in front. That Ford Mustang goes underneath the Supra, gets right behind him. We're going to turn number 1. 63 down. 50 laps remaining. There's that 2-3 group right there. Whoa, we got it awful close there. And it goes down low, and that 15 up to the high side. To that position to Cameron Hearn. Cameron Hearn sets his sights on the race leader of Jones. As you see there, the difference between the two of them. They're battling for first. Hermie Sadler setting the wing in the 5th spot. Cameron Hearn and Jones with Landon Quisenberry. There's your top 3 on your screen. The number 5 has moved his way up into the group. And Hermie Sadler, there's your top 5. We've completed 66 of 113 currently going. Here, Jones and Hearn. Right now, everybody is on the same pitch strategy. Same fuel loads, same tires. Got your top 5 right there. We're working lap 68 of 113. We battle for first. Hearn and Jones. Marotta and Sadler. Starting to see the shadows growing on the billboards. There in turns 1 and 2. Sure, that's helping the weather. Take a quick look at the weather here. It's 94 degrees on the racetrack. 94 degrees on the track. There's a 15 and a 7. And we're getting things are starting to heat up between Cameron. We're on board with Hearn. See him all over the back of that 7. And just letting that throttle out. Feathering it through turns 3 and 4 here. Gonna look to the inside of the 7. To the inside, side by side. Looks like the 15 has gotten around Jones. Count the 15 in the first spot. But Jones is still there, going to make a move back on that 15, and the 75 still in the picture. A good battle all the way around the racetrack. It seems like Hermie Sadler has now taken aim at Joe Marotta in the 5. And around he goes. And Clinker now looking on the inside of the 5 machine. And there's your front runners right there. Clinker on the inside of Joe. Following behind Hermie Sadler. He slides up the racetrack. Joe taking the inside on the backstretch. So these guys are battling it up here between the 5 and the 10 here. Currently, that is the battle for the 5th spot. Clinker working that high side back into the 5th spot. Joe back into 6th. Clinker sets his eyes on Sadler. Sadler has a decent sized lead, almost 8/10. You got Jones and Hearn. As we're starting to catch up to lap traffic, that's IRA KOHLHAAS in the bottom there. But he had some early contact as he was hooked earlier in the race, as Red was telling us. 29 Pepsi machine. It's in a whole lot of pieces. He's still out there turning laps. No faster pairs are in this league, so just like the real NASCAR, these guys roll the car off the truck, and that's what they got to work with. 77 of 113 as we're working here. Jones starting to fall behind there of Hearn, almost a half a second behind him, and then Quisenberry in the Pringles machine about a half second behind him. As we see Sadler catching up to that number 75 machine. Board with Hermie Sadler in his number 9. Looking to get himself some Pringles here. Hermie got that car dialed down for that inside line. Put him in that 3rd spot. Down around the 75 machine. Hermie Sadler there. Let's take a look again. Our top 5 here. 15 of Cameron Hearn off to the front. Riot Jones in the 2nd position in the 7. Hermie Sadler in the 9 and 3rd. Landon Quisenberry in 4th in the 75. And then Joe Marotta in the 5th spot in the number 5 machine. Hermie Sadler up to 3rd there. Take a look at our in-race guy here. This is Anthony Giugliano. As we pull up his picture there. We're on board with Anthony, and you can see on screen Anthony's system there. He's currently in the 12th spot. Hear that feather in that throttle. Watch him working that wheel nice and smooth. That tachometer tapping out as they roll into the turns. Back up here to the front. It's Hearn, Jones, Sadler, Quisenberry, and Marotta. And Clinker, Anderson, Couric, O'Brien, and McVicar. Your top 10. They're working lap 84 of 113. 30 laps remaining. 25 lap tires on all these race cars. So without yellow flag, I would say we start to see the guys come running in the next 10 laps. 35. Between 35 and 38, I believe. Looking at it. Hermie Sadler starting to cut into that lead. And Hermie comes down for servicing. Let's look at pit lane. And it is busy. There's the the money line, the Pringles machine, and Anthony Giugliano and Cameron Hearn. The top 3 guys are down pit lane right now. All our drivers there. Number 5 slides in. It is awful busy. Green flag stops. Looks like they were planning on splitting it down the middle. 7 is coming out of pit lane. The 15 out. The 9 poking the tires out. And here we come off of pit lane. All those drivers. Woo, stuff going on. Let's Pat O'Brien out into the race lead currently in that 59 machine. 28 lap tires. Looks like directly in front of him is Dunwoody. Could be actually Adam O'Brien. Brother is right there in front of him. In the 775. So that is Pat O'Brien currently being scored in the first position on lap 29 for those tires. Whoa, is squirrely high. Number 5 car of Marotta just went around him to get his lap back. He scored a lap down. This 10 car is currently on the lead lap. 46 machine of David Dunwoody in second place, currently looking for his lead laps as he goes underneath Pat O'Brien. Dunwoody and O'Brien switching positions back and forth in a swap. 89 of 113 being completed as they come to the stripe. Sliding around the 59 and the 46. 46 makes contact with the outside retaining wall. Newer tires coming right up the middle. It's the 669 machine of Michael Steffen. Currently being scored in the 11th, a lap down. As Dunwoody is now scored as the race leader. O'Brien was underneath. Is Anthony Giugliano coming up on the race leader here? Looking for his lap back. A little bit of damage on that front grille from the contact when he was in one of the earlier cautions. 17 Monster on the outside of the 46, your race leader. He lets him on by. Number 91 machine, Aaron Hearn, now being scored in the second position. He's on 32 lap tires, and Matthew Arrowhead on 33 lap tires. Looks like David Dunwoody is coming down pit lane for servicing. That'll give the lead up to Aaron Hearn, who is on 33. 2 cars still out on the raceway, the 91 and the 26 that have not pitted yet. And the first car with fresh rubber and probably fuel to the end is Cameron Hearn. He's making his way around IRA Kohlhaas, sorry. Looking around the 18 machine of Kyle Lewis. Kyle Lewis being scored a lap down. As we see Cameron Hearn just go right on by there. Cameron Hearn's 7 seconds behind race leader Aaron Hearn. As Aaron is on 34 lap tires. Matthew Arrowhead is on 35 and at 26. Whoa, contact! At 26, got contact there, looked like by the 75 of Quisenberry. No caution out yet. At 26 was... Ooh, and he's definitely around now. Into the inside retaining wall. He goes through the grass and onto the apron, but off of the racing surface in that Toyota Supra. We're completing 94 here. There's Aaron Hearn in the race lead. It looks like the fuel had enough for a few more laps, maybe more like 40 laps. But the tires and splitting the difference was more advantageous to some of these guys. Cameron Hearn, as you start to see him come up, he's only 2 seconds behind now of Aaron Hearn, your race leader. And Aaron is 36 laps are on his tires, so wonder when he's going to come in. Dix gets his lap back. It looks like no outside retaining or rear bumper for that car. There's the two Hearns, one behind the other. One with fresh tires, the other one with old ones. See that 15 coming right up to the 91. And then the 59 right behind them. 59 is Pat O'Brien looking to get his lap back as he splits the difference between Cameron and Aaron Hearn. Cameron up to the high side, lets him on by. O'Brien gets his lap back the hard way as we're working lap 97 of 113. There's your race leader. And look there, that's our, trying to remember exactly who that is, because I know it's not the 10 car. That's Clinker in the 156, who's being shown 2 laps down, trying to get one of them back. This league has just got back in the system, so we have to work out some of those bugs with the car numbers and the car colors, but we'll get them right. Got another race on Friday, so be back here on Friday. Okay, and race control said there was a wreck at the end of pit road, but was still up green. So the 775 goes up underneath the 7. That is Adam O'Brien. Let's go back to our race leader, Cameron Hearn, as he is a second ahead of Rye Jones in the 7 machine. There's the 15 and the 7 there. 8/10 separation between the two of them. There's a car coming up onto the raceway. It looks like Aaron Hearn is coming back onto the racetrack. He'll be scored a lap down in the 91 in 13th position. Hearn having to deal with a whole lot of lap traffic as the 7 is closing the gap to 4/10. Michael Steffen in the 669 and is inside the 7 going high. 7 is now within 3 car lengths of Cameron Hearn as we've completed 100 of 113, so 13 laps remaining. 13 laps to go. Your top 5. Cameron Hearn, Rye Jones, Hermie Sadler, Landon Quisenberry, and Joseph Marotto. Good job by all these race car drivers. Done a really good job this evening. Cameron Hearn the leader. 4 cautions for 14 laps. 2 were competition. 25 drivers. And Cameron Hearn, the fastest car on the raceway. There's your race summary. Seven going around that number 2 car, looking at that 15. There's your separation between the two of them. Down 102. 11 to go. All right, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, who's going to win this? Is it going to be Rye Jones, Hermie Sadler, Quisenberry, or is Hearn going to keep a hold of it as Cameron is definitely holding the lead, but Rye Jones is challenging as we're completing 103 of 113. Right now, we're at 10 to go. And your race leaders, 1-2, right next to each other. See that 7 car in the 15. Jones looking low. Cameron goes down. Hearn and Jones almost put a piece of paper between the two bumpers. Jones just on that inside, trying to find enough to get around Hearn. Working 105 of 113. Hearn and Jones, big race up front. On the back, down the front stretch, 7 on the high side. Hearn slides up in front. Hearn number 1. Half a car length between the 7 and the 15. The 7 looking on the inside with a hit to the backstretch. 15 down there. The 7 looking. 15 going high. The 7 looking for a spot. Working 106 of 113. Chad Applegate says it's Jones is going to be the winner. We got Jones and Hearn. Jones is looking on the inside. Jones on the inside, Hearn on the outside. Neck and neck to the backstretch. 107. 7, not enough to get around there on that move. Does he have enough tires still to get back up and try yet again? 15 and the 7. Biggest race on the track here. 3/10 the separation now. As we complete 107 of 113. And Hermie Sadler is now showing up into the top 3 here. 4/10 now. It looks like Jones used up his gear to try to make that pass. It did not work. But Hermie's starting to gobble him up right behind him in the 3rd spot. Working lap 108. 5 to go. 6/10 now between the race leader and Jones as we starting to catch up to lap traffic. Sadler coming up into the picture here. Hearn trying around the car of Kyle Lewis, who's in 10th position. 7 and the 9. 15 right in front of him. Five laps to go. 4 laps to go. 3 wide into turn number 1. Cameron Hearn is having to work hard to get around the lap traffic. Is that going to give a spot open for someone else? Sadler on the back of the 7. He is getting awful busy here. The 7 and the 9 going to the outside around Lewis and O'Brien. 7 got the high side. Hermie Sadler right behind him. 3 laps to go. Hermie Sadler now within a car length of the 7 and the 15 is off to the races, almost a second in the lead. Sadler looks low to the 7. 7 on the high side. Rye Jones, Hermie Sadler. Hermie Sadler on the inside coming off a 4. Coming to the line, the 7 has the advantage. Hermie Sadler looking low. We go to the turn number 1. Hermie's there. Is inside. Door to door coming out into the backstretch. 9 inside of the 7. As the 6 comes into the view, 9 has to pull back. 2 laps to go. Sadler working the 7. Sadler dropping to the inside. 7 high. To the stripe. Final lap. See here, Herbie Sadler working Rye Jones. Seven, then 9 coming off of turns 3 and number 4. And the checkered flag has been waved in front of Hearn, Jones, and Sadler as the guys continue to march across. Whoa, smoke coming out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was one heck of a nail biter towards the end there. Cameron Hearn was your race winner. As you can see, Cameron Hearn. The race was between second and third, where Jones was able to hold on to it and beat Hermie Sadler. So have Sadler in the third spot. There's our top 3. Nice shot here for you, drivers. There's your 1, 2, 3 finishers. We're going to try to start getting some people into the booth. And check out this. You're looking for a good paint. Check out Wilder Graphics. They provide the best iRacing paints and liveries. So if you want something to check out today, them on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side. All right, welcome back here. Grid Finder is our sponsor for the results today. Grid Finder finds your place on the grid. Grid Finder is the home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of leagues racing on all the gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week across the globe. Browse through over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, ACC, R Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. Looking for a commentator or streamer for your racing broadcast or designing of your next livery? Grid Finder has all the talent in one place. Do you run a sim league? Make sure you load your community to Grid Finder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, it's easy, and best of all, it's free. Check out Grid Finder. The results for the LSRL Xfinity Butt Kicker 170. Cameron Hearn takes it home in the 15, and followed by the 7 of Rye Jones, 9 Hermie Sadler, Joe Marotta in the 5, Landon Quisenberry in the 75 in 5th, Christopher Couric in the 24th place is 6th, Anthony Giuliano in 17 in 7th, David Dunwoody in that 46 machine is in 8th, Patrick O'Brien 9th, and Kyle Lewis in 10th here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Hampton, Georgia. Let's try to get a hold of our drivers in the interview here. I believe I've got Rye Jones. Rye Jones, this is Harold Darker in One to Go Studios, man. Second place tonight, but you had a big view in that rearview mirror of the number 9, Hermie Sadler.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of fun. This is my first race with the LSRL. Seems to be a lot of good guys here, and man, these Xfinity cars, with this new update that they did on iRacing, these things are just so much fun to drive. And I got to thank all the admins in this group for letting me in and let me race with them. Shout out to Cameron for one heck of a race. He was really fast, and then Hermie as well. Just a lot of fun racing with those three, all the way from beginning to end, really.
Definitely, you guys put on a heck of a show. Cameron was off like a gun, though. I mean, he's gone. I mean, you made an attempt. We watched you. Do you think you just used too much tire trying to make the pass? You just couldn't get in front of him?
Yeah, you really got to baby that right front here. It's such an old surface here at Atlanta, and the high line seemed to really prevail for us tonight, and made it very difficult to pass down low. And I had done pretty good on that last run, trying to hang on. And then when I tried to get around him on the inside, hoping I'd have enough momentum, that kind of killed it enough to where I would lose him. So, but I was able to catch him there because it seemed to be I was a little better going through lap traffic than he was. But mad respect for him for being able to manage his tires better, and Hermie did as well. He was catching me there at the end, and that definitely wasn't easy to hold off on. So all in all, a lot of fun racing with these guys.
I'm sure. Hey, so Ryan, we got you. You got sponsors. Who do you want to thank before we let you go, man?
Yeah, I got to thank you guys. Want to go for sponsoring this league. Always fun to watch the replays of the broadcasts. So I thank everybody that is with One to Go and broadcasting in general. You guys really put on a good show for all of us, and I really appreciate that. And I got to thank GTR. They helped me finish my sim rig and put them on my car for this year, and they've been able to help save me some money and have a lot more fun with iRacing. So thanks to everybody.
All right, man, that's a great job. That's Rye Jones in the number 7. Hey, man, send us your headshot and your number so I can update that stuff so you can see it on this thing. You'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the broadcast there. But we're trying to make things better for everybody so they can actually see who we're driving, man. You guys need a little bit of credit out there, don't you?
Oh yeah, we'll do. And I actually sent the number like right before we hit the green flag. It was probably too late. You already started the broadcast, and I got a nice picture of me with the helmet on. Send to you guys. Hopefully you can get it on there. It's kind of got a big head with the helmet on, but it's the best one I got. So
just send me a selfie, man. It's like people want to see your face, man. They want to see you smile. So we'll see you, Ryan, next week. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you again. But
yes,
hey, thanks.
Thank you, Harold. Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, bye, buddy. Cameron, do I need to put a seat with your name on it in the booth with me?
Hey, that's all right. I'll take anything with my name on it.
Okay, because I mean, I'm being told that there's been a bounty on your head. I mean, I've been this is my 4th race broadcasting with you guys, and you've been the car to beat every week. And man, and tonight it's like in the first 2 stages, where's Cameron? Like, where did you do that on purpose or what happened?
Well, I kind of had a driver error. There was a caution that came out maybe 4 or 5 laps on the tires, and I was leading, and the whole field pitted but me. So I was like, man, if we get a green flag run to the end of the stage, I might be starting, towards the end of the field, the last stage. I didn't want that, so I pitted. Started in the rear, and aero tight behind the traffic and cars is so much different up front and clean air. So I wasn't used to that. Definitely was tight. I actually tagged a wall a little bit coming off too. Didn't do a ton of damage to it, but just once you get back there, it's extremely hard to pass, especially the high line's preferred line. And I think Ryan was kind of running me down hard there, and I was trying to save my stuff at the end. And lap cars in front of me, just a lot going on. And I think he made one move to the inside of me. And it doesn't take much to kill your tires here at Atlanta. And after that, I kind of pulled away. But Elliott Sadler was coming there at the end. He was fast too in the long run.
It was actually Herbie. But yeah,
Herbie Sadler.
but Elliott is in this league too. I've seen that. But yes, Rye had a rear view mirror full of the number 9 machine after he made that attempt underneath you. We had that. We saw the 7 make that attempt. He just couldn't clear your nose, or if he did, he didn't have enough to make the slide up. I've raced here in Atlanta, and it's like you got good freshies for about 7 laps, and then after that, you're playing throttle management and really, it's dicey, and the heat on the track was pretty high tonight, 110 degrees at one time.
Yeah, you kind of have a window where you can make the inside line work for about, maybe 5 laps or so. And then the tires steadily fall off. And then at the end of the run, it kind of evens out again. So it's a weird kind of thing. Um, it's definitely easier if you can make the pass early in the run. That's where you got to do it. It's extremely hard unless you get on the outside of somebody to make a pass for the win. And I kind of was protecting the outside and kind of saved my tires a little bit at the end. And I think that's what the difference, just track position and being in the preferred line.
Exactly. These guys definitely are gunning for you, Cameron. So, congratulations on race 1 win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Who are you going to shout out to while we got you up in the booth?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Plan B Marketing and Circle B Diecast. Check them out for all NASCAR related stuff. You guys for the broadcast, Wendigo Studios. The broadcasts you guys have done have been great. So I look forward to going back and recapping this. And it's also fun to let my friends and family watch this as this going on. Butt Kicker, new sponsor for the league, Sim Speed Shop. I appreciate all those guys, stepping up on board. I want to give a shout to Aaron. He had some speed early, kind of got in the wall, but it's just progress. This new update, tire wear, is definitely a lot more evasive than it was in the prior update. So you got to save your tires a lot more in that walk and catch up on you quick here at Atlanta. And also Landon Quisenberry. I don't know where he finished. I think he might have had some trouble at the end, but he was fast all race too. Just kind of had some bad luck, I think. I don't think a caution came out or anything, but I think he was involved in an incident. But he was fast, had a lot of speed, so give a shout to him.
He had a top 5, so he's not that far behind you.
Yeah, but I think he was a contender. I think he had a run-in with somebody, on the radio. I heard somebody chime up or somebody said something, but just give a shout to him. I know he's one of the newer guys to the service, and it's great to see some new guys, bringing home some good top 5 finishes and kind of making me step up my game.
Yep, and I did see your chat in Twitch. Just there's little things in the background that I got to get in to get you guys cameras in. I just need to get information a little bit sooner, but we'll definitely get the things. I have to create some things so I can just plug in your guys' URLs when you give them to me. But we're definitely going to try to get you in there. We had Anthony tonight. So just to our people on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, man, just send me something. Who do you want to see? I mean, Cameron, he's going to have his webcam up. We had Anthony Giuliano. I know Andy Dunwoody's got some stuff for me. So all these drivers, we're trying to give you guys the best show. You guys put it on the track. I put it into their living rooms. We appreciate you guys because, without you guys, I can't do what I can do. But I appreciate you, Cameron. Hopefully we'll get you next week in car. And I'm serious. If you win too many more races, I'm going to have to put you up in the booth.
Yeah, and I sent it to you late because I didn't know if my computer could handle the stream. So I wanted to make sure it was able to keep up and it handled it well. There wasn't any issues. Also, give a shout out to my wife, my dad, my uncle, all the family that tunes in and watches me, and it's definitely awesome. And the broadcast this year, from what they're saying already, a text message looks awesome. So I just want to thank you guys again, and I look forward to hopefully speaking to you often.
All right. That was your race winner, Cameron Hearn, in the number 15 car, taking home the number 1 spot at Atlanta. Your current LSRL Xfinity race leader for the series. So we'll talk to you next week, and we're gonna end up wrapping up here. I think we got race control asking some questions here. Just want to make sure I got that. No. Just want to make sure I got everybody taken care of here. They're all working in the admin hauler, but we're gonna go over your final results yet one more time. As the Butt Kicker 170 provided by Grid Finder, LSRL Xfinity race number 1. Cameron Hearn in the 15 finishes in the top spot. Rye Jones in 7 in second. Hermie Sadler in the 9 in third. Joe in the 5 in fourth place. Landon Quisenberry is your 5th in the 75 Pringles machine. Christopher Kruick in the 24 6th. 17 of Anthony Giuliano, which is our in-race reporter basically tonight, in the 7th spot. David Dunwoody in the 46th and 8th. Patrick O'Brien in the 9th. The 9th in the 59. Kyle Lewis in the 18 and 10. Both were a lap down. And we have Matthew Telder in the number 2 machine, 11th. Andy Brigani in 13 was 12th. Leonard Frost in that 11 machine, 13th. Anthony Ludi, 25 in the 14th spot. Adam O'Brien in the 775, 15th position. 16th was the 91 of Aaron Hearn, 2 laps down. Kevin Anderson in the 81, 17th. 23 of Kevin Gunther in the 18th spot. 19th goes to the 26th of Matthew Arrowhead. 20th to the 156 of Taylor B. Clinker. 21st was the 51 of Peyton Johnson. 669 of Michael Steffen in the 22 position. 669, 3 laps down. Ira Kohlhaas, 5 laps down in the 29. Pepsi Machine in the 23rd. 24th was Patrick McVicker in the 6 laps down. And the 86 machine, 25th, Christina Brzezinowski. And I'm sure I've talked to the person, so we need to fix the name, but 74 laps down. So that was your race results by Grid Finder. Grid Finder, find your place on the grid. Check them out. And I'm Harold Darner, One to Go Studios. And we're going to send it out here.
Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go.